obviously you're making beats, you're getting yourself out there, you're getting remixes, they're blowing up. What was the question of, okay, you know what? I want to be an artist. Like, when did that sort of, because your producer name was Rom.
It was, yeah.
And then it went to, now it is ROMderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that happen, that transition?
Man, how much time do we have? Because there's a fairly deep story behind that.
Calm. Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
My first girlfriend I had a long distance relationship between LA and Dudley when I was 19.
Flex.
It wasn't a good relationship.
Sorry.
It was like,
sorry. I'll backtrack.
It was quite toxic.
Uh-huh.
I was also just an idiot when I was younger, so there's a lot that I had to grow up through as well. I look back on that now, I was kind of like, I'm also an idiot too.
Feel it.
I used to just point fingers for so long, but then I was like,
maybe I need to do some self-improvement.
Maybe I need to do some self-improvement too. But there was one argument we got into. Can't remember what it was over, but I remember it being something trivial, and she threw my laptop at the wall. To this day, I still don't know whether it's intentional or not, but it happened.
Yeah.
Folded my hard drive, bro. Lost everything. I didn't have the money to get her like a replacement or like recovery at the time. That's when I was ROM, and I was like, I've essentially lost every beat I've made up to this point. Like, everything's gone. I don't have a computer since I started.
Oh my god.
Which was about like, I'd say from when I started archiving my beats from about 2009 to 2016, 17. So
and those are gone forever.
Gone.
Oh my god, man.
So I had to essentially start again, and at the time I was just like, I went through this really rough patch, this really dry patch where I couldn't make anything. Everything I was making was trash to me. I just figured I got to step out and like do something different. And then I remember at the time, like my manager at the time, I was like, I think I want a name change, and she said, don't do it now because like you're gaining traction with ROM. You got to keep ROM.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I just don't resonate with it anymore. I feel like I want something that sounds like a video game character.
That's very brave, though.
I was like, I just want to change. So I was going through like a bunch of stuff. I remember walking down the street with my friends, and I was like, there was like, what do you want to change your name to? They said, I just want something that sounds like wonderful. And I was like, something wonderful. I accidentally said ROMderful. And then my friends looked at me and they were like, you're a ROMderful, kind of wavy. And I was like,
mad.
ROMderful. That dude kind of sound like a character. That's kind of cool.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
So I made a switch, and I just started being ROMderful. At this point, I was still uploading beats.
Yeah.
And it was actually Kay. Kay's been my biggest mentor, my biggest like confidant ever. Kay knew that I could like drop vocals. I've been dropping vocals for a while, but I would never release anything. I was just too scared to even sing or jump on the mic.
No, I hear it, bro. Yeah.
Kay's one that encouraged me to do it.
That is
multiple
sick.
times.
That is so sick.
I had to tell Kay I'm not gonna sing, and then Kay be like, yeah, we'll see. Then I started singing, and then like that started to get really popular, which was a shock to me because I still think my voice is really weird. But I'm just more used to it now, I guess.
No, I feel it.
And then Kate always...
I don't think it sounds weird, by the way. I actually don't think it sounds weird.
It could be just a confidence thing, to be honest.
Which is normal, bro. It's normal.
But that was just kind of, taking off in the background, I guess. But like, it was really slow. When I got signed to Sony and I dropped Press Hour, I was still mainly a producer.
So did you sign when you made the transition to an artist, or did you sign as a producer?
I signed as a producer artist, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So basically like Kate Trinado. Because Kate Trinado doesn't really like do vocals on these tracks. He doesn't. I was a producer artist, but they mainly treated me like a producer.
Okay.
But that was me being ROMderful. However, I did sing on 3 songs on that album.
Okay.
And Sony weren't really a fan of it. They wanted me to mainly be a producer. They didn't really want me to be the artist.
Interesting.
So that kind of knocked my confidence a little bit. Like, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
COVID happened. I got dropped from Sony. That ended.
I totally forgot to ask, how did you get signed, and then how did the drop happen? It was probably just because of COVID, though, innit? But
it could have been because of COVID. It could have been because I wasn't as popular as maybe they was hoping that I would be. COVID happened. Me and my second manager stopped working at the time. So I was at a major label with no manager. And they didn't want to basically I don't think they wanted to talk to me with that management. So they kept on trying to offer me management and stuff like that, but then I was like, nah.
It didn't feel right.
The lawyer that basically helped me negotiate my contract abandoned me after I signed, which means then I was in Sony with no lawyer. So
that's
then
dangerous, bro. Yeah.
So actually, I think it all kind of worked out in my favor, to be quite honest.
Definitely.
After I got dropped from Sony, I was like, well, I guess it's time to try something else.
But still, though, congratulations, bro, because not many people can say that they signed to Sony
and got out within 2 years.
Bro, it's still sick, bro.
Oh, still there. Thank you.
Nah, it's still sick, bro. So yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I interrupted. What did you say?
I'm still proud of it though.
Yeah, bro, I am.
yeah.
Bro, what
I'm
do you
still
mean?
proud of it. At the time, going through it, I was a bit annoyed about how lengthy and how long everything was, and you know, just the people around
It's
you.
a lot
then,
of politics.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you start to learn you can't trust everybody in the industry. That was like my first time really understanding what that means.
And we're better than one of the biggest major labels on the planet.
Exactly.
To get like yeah, you've got this to look forward to. But
Yeah.
be careful. Do you know what I mean?
But that's when I start to realize like industry's full of empty promises, and you really got to be careful like who you trust and who you talk to, who you
True.
tell information to.
Yeah.
Things can get stolen, things can get leaked. People leak like your business, and people want to see you fail sometimes. Like a lot of things happen. After I left Sony, then COVID happened, and this is when I started doing like those random clone videos, like the green screen and
They
stuff
were
like
funny,
that.
bro.
Um,
They are so funny.
so,
If you
yeah.
haven't, guys, go and look into it. It's jokes.
So that,
But it's sick though.
I'm not gonna lie, that was just me being frass still. I was
Yeah.
just frass at my boys, but my homies were making edibles at the time.
Uh-huh.
I was a little bit frass up in the basement making beats. And then I just like, one time I had this song idea, like the sun will shine so bright with you. Just those words were in my head. I'm gonna play like a basic guitar, make a really basic beat. And I'm just gonna sing and just act silly on the camera and just have 6 of me there or whatever. I thought it was a really stupid idea at the time.
Yeah.
Then it just popped. Got like 1 million streams in like a couple of weeks. And I was like,
Is this in COVID?
this is during
In
COVID.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is weird. And then people from that point started considering me as the artist, as the singer.
Crazy.
Ice Cream Clones then proceeded to blow up after the Windows XP song. I made a
Yes,
song about Windows XP.
Bro, I've
Then
seen it.
Microsoft followed me on Twitter and
Ooh.
sent me gifts because they said it was really cool. And they was like they've been playing the song in the office the whole morning. They sent me a Christmas sweater.
What?
Yeah, and I was just like,
What?
what's going on? And I was like, yeah, this is actually the most random thing ever. Like, Microsoft's DMing me on Twitter. What's going on? Then I ended up in the news in Chicago. I was on TV in Chicago, on the 5 o'clock news. And there was like some guy made a song out of the Windows XP song, and we really like it. Then they played it on the news.
This is crazy.
Somebody from Chicago recorded it and said, I swear this is you. And I was like, what's going on?
Oh, what?
So then that started to blow up. And then I started working on my second album. Then I got an opportunity to move to Korea. And then so like everything just kind of happens really unexpectedly, and I just kind of followed the path.